Hello friends. Welcome to Homeopathy Medicines. Today in this homeopathic Materia Medica, I will discuss about homeopathic medicine Nux moschata. Before starting this video, please subscribe to this channel. We need support from you to make this channel more beautiful and more informative. Now going to discuss about Nux moschata, its uses and symptoms. Marked tendency to fainting fits, with heart failure. Cold extremities, extreme dryness of mucous membranes and skin. Strange feeling, with irresistible drowsiness. Indicanuria. General inclination to become unconscious during acute attacks. Lipothymia, ignatia. Staggers on trying to walk. Mind, changeable, laughing and crying. Confused, impaired memory. Bewildered sense, as in a dream. Thinks she has two heads. Head, vertigo when walking in open air, aches from eating a little too much. Feeling of expansion, with sleepiness. Pulsating in head. Cracking sensation in head. Sensitive to slightest touch in a draft of air. Bursting headache, better hard pressure. Eyes, objects look larger, very distant, or vanish. Motes before eyes. Mydriosis. Nose, oversensitive to smell, nosebleed, dark blood, dry, stopped up. Mouth, very dry. Tongue adheres to roof of mouth, but no desire for water. Saliva like cotton, burb. Toothache in pregnancy. Tongue numb, paralyzed. Dryness of throat. Stomach, excessively bloated. Flatulent dyspepsia. Hiccup, and craving for highly seasoned food. Retrocession of gout to stomach. Abdomen, paralytic weakness of intestines. Enormously distended. Stool is soft, and yet is unable to expel it, even with long straining. Alum. Faintness during or after stool. Protruding piles. Female, uterine hemorrhage. Menses too long, dark, thick. Leukorrhea muddy and bloody. Suppression, with persistent fainting attacks and sleepiness. Colici. Variableness of menstruation, irregularity of time and quantity. Respiratory, loss of voice from walking against the wind, hep. Cough when getting warm in bed. Heart, trembling, fluttering. Sensation as if something grasped heart. Palpitation, pulse intermits. Extremities, pain in right hip to knee, worse, motion, especially going upstairs. Rheumatism from getting feet wet, from exposure to drafts. Rheumatism relieved by dry, warm clothes. Fatigue on slight exertion. Sleep, great drowsiness, and complaints cause sleepiness. Coma. Fever, chill begins in left hand, carbo. Chilliness and heat without thirst, want of perspiration. Dry skin and of inner parts, also of eyes, nose, lips, mouth, tongue, throat, etc. Modalities, worse, cold moist wind, cold food, cold washing, lying on painful side, motion, jar. Better, warmth, dry weather. This is not a very great remedy, it has not a very wide range of usefulness, but it is often overlooked when needed. We get into the habit of relying entirely on the polycrests. The old women used to give nutmeg to hysterics, and wonderful to tell its provings justify its use. It must have had some palliative relation to the hysteria. The root is much stronger than the nut, in the same proportions, and contains the real medicinal qualities. The patient appears to be dazed, there is a complete loss of memory, she is automatic in her actions. This is a wonderful state of the mind. She goes about the house performing her duties, but if interrupted, forgets what she has been doing, forgets that she was all day in conversation with her son. She has no recollection of past events. This is a singular state of the mind sometimes found in hysterical women. Sometimes it is impossible to find out what state of the mind is present, she is so forgetful. She lies with the eyes closed and yet knows everything that is going on, but remembers nothing. She speaks with intelligence about the things of the moment, but knows nothing of the past. She prophesies, predicts with a sort of clairvoyance. The mental state is the keynote. Sometimes she is less than in the morning, sometimes in the evening, or on waking. She performs all her duties and yet seems to be in a dream. She seems not to know her friends. The Nux Moss. Patient is always ready to go to sleep. It is with great difficulty that she can keep awake. She falls asleep on all occasions, in season and out of season. The eyes look heavy, she cannot keep awake, falls into a profound slumber, sometimes into coma. Useful in the coma of typhoid and intermittent fever. When aroused she remembers nothing, looks dazed, looks about and wants to know who the people are around and what they are doing. It is a state in which patients answer questions slowly after a long interval, and then look confused again. They give an answer that has no relation to the question asked, or answer correctly. We find such a state in typhoid, in hysteria, after shock, after fear, blighted affections, or the loss of a friend. It is more suitable after shock ending in this kind of trouble than in typhoid. It is also useful in typhoid, but where there is great weakness, sliding down in bed, and nervous trembling, phos. AC. Is a better remedy. Nux Moss. Does not relate so completely to the general image of a typhoid as does phos. AC. The sleepiness and the dazed state are two things combined, and when combined are difficult to cover by a remedy. This state is somewhat like opium. Faintness and even fainting when standing long, such as occurs in a nervous woman standing to have a dress fitted. There is a dry mouth, the tongue cleaves to the roof of the mouth in all complaints. There is great sleepiness and automatic conduct, especially in nervous women. It has cured petit mal. The hemorrhages stand out in bold relief, hemorrhages from the nose, uterus and bowels. There is vomiting of blood. The patient is sensitive to wind, to a draught, to damp air. She has a headache less than walking against the wind, hoarseness from walking against the wind. She is so sensitive to cold weather that she comes home dazed and sleepy from walking against the wind. Her mouth is dry but there is no thirst. She doesn't desire water. Sometimes thirst is present. The patient may hold water in the mouth without desire to swallow it. Nux Moss. Holds ice water and succulent fruits in the mouth to relieve the sensation of dryness. Often there is a sensation of dryness when the mouth is moist. In the extremities there is numbness, tingling, prickling, paralytic weakness. There is threatened paralysis, momentary hysterical paralysis, coming for a short time and then going away. Aphonia with a dry mouth, in hysterical patients, when walking out of doors. This aphonia passes away on going into the house. The whole back is sensitive to pressure, the vertebrae are sensitive. This remedy has prolonged and inveterate constipation, prolonged urging to stool followed by a soft stool. Alum, Saur, China, the stool is difficult but soft. He wonders why he has to urge for a soft stool. In woman there are many troubles, menorrhagia lasting 10 or 15 days, the blood is clotted, the menses are too often, last too long, are irregular. The abdomen is full of colic, cramping pains extending to the broad ligaments and down the limbs, most distressing dysmenorrhea from exposure to cold, riding in the wind or living in damp houses. With this there is a dry mouth and thirstlessness. She wakes at night with a dry mouth. It seems as if the tongue cleaved to the roof of the mouth. This remedy is especially suitable for lean women, those who have lost flesh. The breasts are flat. I remember a case of a woman 35 years old whose breasts which were once well-rounded became perfectly flat. Nux Moss. Restored the breasts. This is a little remedy, but when wanted nothing will take its place. Thanks for watching this video. If you want more videos like Nux Moschata, please subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon. Comment us your feedback. Like and share this video with your friends and family. For paid and free consultancy online, visit homeopathymedicines.com and mashclinic.com. Thank you. Have a nice day. Stay healthy, stay happy.